What's going on, people? It's your favorite cousin Ted. What's up with you? So this live is honestly going to be very chill because I am dealing with a major toothache right now, like really bad. Don't know how this started. Just jumped off this morning. And so because of that, I have taken some ibuprofen, taken all types of precautions and different I've actually taken a what is it? What is it? Novocaine, some like Novocaine stuff, whatever. Hopefully something works. Um, so in the meantime, we're just gonna really chop it up, bro. Yesterday was my birthday, which was kind of great. I'm officially older now than I was a full year older now than I was. I was gonna say I'm older now than I was the day before. I'm officially older full year now. Um, which it was kind of weird. I mean, to have a birthday in the beginning of the year, you just think about how the year goes and think about all the things that have gone by and opportunities and celebrations and moments. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm extremely thankful. Truth be told, my birthday was very chill. Spent some time with my son and spent some time with another loved one, and that was it. Like that was really it. Just made some tacos and had a pretty chill night. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, I don't know. I don't know if it was the tacos. I don't know what happened, bro, but I am now suffering from a toothache. So please ignore the slow and delayed type of excitement. It's, it's like right. It hasn't gotten to my ear and all of that, but this whole side of my jaw is pounding right now. But it's all good. I almost didn't show up for work, but then I remembered Michael Jackson, not Michael Jackson, way wrong. Michael Jordan and the flu game. Um, and when he debuted his first set of ones and his feet were bleeding in the sneakers, but he still played, like, kind of keep myself motivated. It might not feel great right now, but the benefits will be there later. That's what I'm telling myself. And I actually have this young kid that I used to work with to thank for that little motto. He come into work drinking and taking all these nasty looking things, and he'd just be like, "It's not great right now, but just think about the benefits." If it's not, he said, if it doesn't excite the taste or something like that, like if it doesn't taste great or it doesn't feel great, there's probably really good benefits for it. And I was like, you know what? All right, I'll take that. I'll take that and run with it. Um, Today is MLK. Like I was trying to explain to my son why they acknowledge Mm, why do I keep saying Michael Jackson? Martin Luther King's birthday. It's too many M's going on. Why they acknowledge Martin Luther King's birthday, like on the Monday, and I really think that's just a federal thing. I think that's just something for businesses. I don't think that has anything to do with the actual celebration. Uh, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that's a thing. If anybody would know, I'll probably look it up. But with everything going on, right? With all these protests and all these things going on, and today being MLK's recognition of his birthday, um, don't you just stop and think like there's got to be a better way? Just on like an overall note, like there's got to be a better way, bro. That Lang video, I caught wind of that Lang video probably like 4 hours after it happened. And if you haven't seen it, I posted the video. I didn't want to go too much into it, honestly, because it's just plain and simple. It's just all there on video, bro. Like it's cut and dry for me. But isn't there just a better way in a mob mentality? If you've never been in a mob, you've never played sports, this is the easiest way I can try to get people to understand this. If you've ever played sports, damn splinter. If you've ever played sports and you're a part of a team, the mood of the team can sway, right? One or two people can affect that and it affects the whole team. And so if the mood of the team that day is to go out and get blood, like if that's the mood for the day is yo, we out here to win. We snapping necks. I don't care if the score is 153-0, keep scoring. Like if that's the mentality for everybody in the team, that's how y'all gonna move. That's what's gonna happen. Like that's just it's kind of hard to stop it. And then the mob mentality, once you're like angry and aggressive and everybody's like, yeah, yeah, like violence just seems to catch like wildfire when there's a mob around. And it look at anything in history. We got videos, we got pictures, we got all types of stuff. Look up every mob that's ever been. It's once you get a group of people together and somebody's gonna be pissed, somebody's gonna be angry, and they just spread that idea amongst the rest of the group. It sucks. It sucks to see it. It sucks to see it. Y'all will burn down a town. Like oh, they will burn down a town and forget that they live there, right? Like when you're in this mindset and you're terrorizing the streets and you're tearing things up, do you forget that you live here? Like you forget that you're a part of whatever city or state you're doing this in, unless you travel. And if you travel to go be a part of a mob, you are a part of the problem. If you're one of those people that travel to where like there's hot spots so you can be there, I don't care if you're going just to catch pictures on your phone, on your camera phone. I don't give a damn about none of that. You are part of the problem. 1,000%. 1,000%. Right now I don't know what the condition of the latest protest was. I haven't even looked back because I'm kind of getting sick and tired of looking at it. Like it's sickening at this point. Um, and it's MLK Day. Like, well, recognition of his birthday. I have to say that because a lot of people just get it mixed up. It's not technically his birthday, it's just a recognition of it. I think his birthday was like before mine or something like that. Um, damn, yeah. Today is the day where you're supposed to reflect on peaceful protest and being closer to God and all these things. And we're just burning down the cities. That's what we're doing here. We're just burning down the cities. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Ray Sunshine. Appreciate that, Ray Sunshine, whoever you are, for joining the team. I gotta switch that up. I gotta figure out how to change that damn thing. Um, change that little sound. Oh man, how you doing today? How was your weekend? What y'all got going on, bro? I know I have not been tuned into any football lately, but I think the Super Bowl is like right around the corner. Yeah. Super Bowl's right around the corner. Let's see what the lineup's going on right now. I don't even know what to look up. NFL scores, games, schedule. We'll just do the schedule. So the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. Is that what you're telling me? Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. Is that what you're telling me? Because that's what it looks like. Rams versus the Seahawks. Where's the Ravens? That's the only team I'll be worried about. Where's the Ravens? Are the Ravens not in it this year? Last game, the Ravens lost to the Steelers 24-26. Ah, what is this? 24-26? It's awful. Let's watch some highlights.
Lamar Jackson and the Ravens back to the 50. Here we go. First play, Henry, right, and Derrick Henry into the open field right away and down the sideline into Steelers territory and all the way down to the 39-yard line with a flag at the back end of the play.
During the run, personal foul, illegal blindside block, offense number 4.
We're not going to sit here and watch the whole game. We just want to see some highlights real quick.
For the fourth-year player. They're being looked at over on the sideline.
Y'all remember when football was really football? Like, do you remember when football was a great thing to watch? Sports just in general?
And Pat Fryermuth is heard from, so no
Yeah,
safeties out.
today's lunch break is gonna be like something real simple, bro. We're not. I don't want to talk about the news. I don't want to talk about the current crap state of everything. I don't want to talk about that. And that should be okay. We should be able to have other conversations. Should be able.
Forearm last week, had surgery on Tuesday. 2nd and 8. Rodgers putting it up top.
Whoa.
And it's brought in by Thielen. At the 11-yard line. 28 to Adam Thielen. Ben Skoranek in the game. He's a good blocker.
Listen, Aaron
He's out
Rodgers is
pass
always
pattern.
gonna be that dude.
Rodgers
To me.
swings it. Warren.
Ooh,
Pass Humphrey. 5-yard line to the 3. Yard and a half away from a
And
first
I'm
down.
a Ravens fan, and I'm
First
kind
and
of excited
goal.
watching Rodgers
Hayward
play right now.
again. Pushed in, flag comes down.
Let's go. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. I'm definitely an Aaron Rodgers fan. When it comes to football, I could like an organization, like their colors, all of that, but the players are the people who make up that team. And sometimes you just have great players. And Aaron Rodgers will forever be a great quarterback to me. I don't care what team he's playing for. I don't care where he goes. Just like Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. You have Michael Vick for me. Um, Brett Favre, 100% Brett Favre. Hell, Donovan McNabb was kind of that guy up until like a year or so before he like gave up on everything. Like watching him go down was awful. Where the hell is he now? I don't really care, but it'd be kind of cool to know.
Top of that, that is such a difficult block, and he
It's like every time I'm moving the damn thing, it's
Now we
not
go back to the point that the
Steelers game.
Steelers are out of
That boy
timeouts.
is
Lamar
a beast.
Jackson saw the flag, said no. Yes, it's on them.
Lamar Jackson is a beast, bro. Like from what I've caught on, from what I've seen lately, Lamar Jackson is I don't know, he's one of the best things that happens to the Ravens as far as quarterbacks go. Joe Flacco was actually a beast, but Lamar is something special. He has like that Michael Vick movement, right? He got that Michael Vick movement and his arm is wide. Um yeah, man. So now now that I'm doing these lives a little bit more, um, we are, like I said, we're tuning in every day at 12 o'clock for the lunch break. We'll find some news, find some things to talk about. Hell, it's whatever you want to talk about. Matter of fact, I take a request right now. Why? Because why not? Somebody slide me a request, man. What we got? What we tuning into right now, chat? What we tuning into, man? Because in the meantime, hello from Mississippi. Mississippi. Man. Got my heart broken in Mississippi. Yeah, got my heart broken. Not technically in Mississippi, but she was from Mississippi. Oh, oh, mi corazón. Seattle will win the Super Bowl. Oh, what makes you so sure, Bucko? Georgia preparing for snow. They kept saying it was supposed to snow out here, and some people in Georgia said it did, but I didn't see none of that. I ain't seen no snow yesterday, and I stay by Stone Mountain, so if it's gonna snow, I'ma see it. We ain't seen nan bit of snow. What? I got to see this. This seems like it'll be funny.
Alabama has a commitment from J.C. Hassenauer out of Minnesota. We got to see him today.
A northerner coming down south, he'll fit right in. I mean, this kid is physical. He's strong. I mean, arguably the top offensive lineman this morning in the one-on-ones. I mean, he's out there with a kid like Cameron Robinson and what?
Oh, oh my God. He ran that little lady over. Damn. Mm. Um, what is this? You know, just cause. Who do I see stopping Seattle? To be honest, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have no idea what's going on in football right now. I don't know who's who. I don't know who the hitters are. I don't know who the heavyweights are. The last time I turned on some
As you can see,
football, and this is about to make me sound real old. The last time I turned on football, I was shocked to see the amount of men on the bench wearing diamond chains. Like I was shocked to see the amount of like first of all, everyone looks super skinny. Like every football player on the damn team, even the linemen look like super skinny. Like I'm it's been that long since I watched football. Like everything has changed when I look at football now. The way they play, the way they hit, the way they like everything has changed. Um, but I'd still rather watch a football game than watch basketball, bro. Like basketball ain't nothing but a bunch of princesses now.
All these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters.
Anti-ICE protesters turning to churches in Minneapolis and shutting down service. I don't know why they don't
Absolutely
arrest
not.
these people. I mean, they're going in here and they're interrupting religious services.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are calling yourself a protester, but you are disrupting church services? Even I'm not built like that. And I can be very disrespectful. That is ridiculous. Absolutely not.
This is crazy. And so this is another group of people here. They're
Yeah,
forcing
roll
this
tide,
guy
baby.
to take off his American flag
Tide.
shirt or hoodie or something like that, going around like a mob and making people change their clothes. How is Trump okay with this? I don't know why he's okay with it. They need to do something about this. It's getting crazy. Take it off. They're making the guy take off his jacket. Man in Minneapolis is being confronted and labeled a Nazi over alleged support for ICE before being assaulted and knocked out. Someone in the crowd shouts, "He's one of us," appearing to realize they attacked one of their own.
Let him up! Let him up! He's one of us! He's one of us!
Okay. How are they letting this shit go on?
He's one of us! How we know?
How do we, dude, it's crazy this is even real, right? Tech workers say they were mistaken for ICE agents.
Yo, wait a minute. Wait a minute, bro. You know, I'm gonna say this and I know I'm gonna piss some people off, but it's the best way to get this analogy across. The way in which these people are acting, they are acting like new gang members, right? Whenever whenever there's a gang and you get new gang members, you have to send them on missions and they do things. And typically that's why they were called dummy missions, right? Because you're really trying to see who's the dummy. Or it's really no point to the mission, but you just want to see what they're made of. Excuse me. These people are in the street actively running dummy missions. Actively running dummy missions. They don't know what they're doing. They have no organization. And they're just out here being monsters right now. So now you got young gang members in the street and they got to prove themselves. So they're picking on people. They're messing with people. They are going around finding people to mess with and pick on. That's what's happening. Like, you don't see that? Or maybe I'm the only one that sees that because when I was a part of a different group of fellas, right? I used to run with a different crowd and we were doing things as a mob, as a group, but we weren't thinking. We just had like maybe one or two goals in mind and we just went out and did things. And that's not how it works, bro. It's not how it works at all. These people are out here in the street, loose and unorganized.
Accosted by the anti-ICE mob.
We do custom apps for a whole bunch of companies around Minnesota and the country.
It's scary. It is scary. These people will kill you if they could. Oh my God. Holy shit. Bleeding is natural for Nazis' ears. And this is just a random guy. It's just a random guy. They're tearing this dude up.
Where you going? Huh? Are you ICE?
No.
Do you like ICE? Say ICE! Say it! Say it! You're a your mom's a say it! You!
This is called antagonizing, bro. This is antagonizing as hell. Yo,
Nazi! You Nazi!
this is making me feel real bad
You
for that guy.
Nazi!
Just a random guy. A group of Somali thugs just robbed me of my $1,000 camera.
Hey, get. What did she just do? She fucking. She took next camera.
Yep.
She just stole next camera.
What the fuck?
The sidewalk. Yo,
It's absolute chaos. They turned Minneapolis into a PvP server. Where's Trump? How are you letting people do this? Really? Like you're driving down the side.
server?
Like this is like Grand Theft Auto.
Yo.
So the DOJ is currently investigating.
Wait a minute, bro. I said in the beginning of this live I didn't want to do too much about everything that's still going on because it seems to be the only topic of conversation. God, man. People are loose in these streets. None at all. None at all. And you know what? You know what's really, I think, gonna rub people? That this is a group of not immigrants, right? Like this isn't a group of Hispanic people who are doing this to the country. This isn't a group of Somalians who are solely doing this to the country. This is it seems to be crowds of raging white folks. But it's almost like what I've been seeing, and this is what I have to say this. What I've been seeing is they're not people aren't addressing it by that. They're just telling us that these people are liberals or they're Democrats, and that's the group that they're a part of. But they don't none of these people I've ever seen get this excited over anything. I've never seen them get this excited over anything. Like I've never seen these people get this excited over anything. And they're ruining the country right now. Right now, this is all we see. Like protesters storming a church because they say this man works for ICE. And you know what, bro? Look here, man. Look here. That mentality, being a country boy in the sticks, being laid back, happy, and thankful for what you have. I came to Georgia. I didn't know anything about that. I had no idea about the South and their actual way of living and why it is what it is. That is what I fell in love with. That type of mind state, right? Be grateful for what you have. I don't care if you, I feel like I have a splinter. I keep rubbing my damn finger. I don't care if you have one horse, one pig, and two chickens, and you got a small little cottage in the woods, and this is how you live, and you drink goat milk. I don't give a damn what it is you have. Be thankful that you have it. Care about what you have, and just live and be happy. Like, life is more they're making it more complicated than it has to be. And growing up here in the South, I have adapted that very chill mentality when it comes to living. Now some can say too lax, too comfortable. Yes, I still have that New Yorker go-getter type mentality, but at the same time, dude, I appreciate what I got. And yes, I want more. Of course, we all want more, but bro, just calm the fuck down. Like, calm the fuck down. Yeah, that's a man. Look here, I learned that from some very country white folks here in Georgia, and when I was living in Virginia and North Carolina. But I've learned that over time, bro. Some of the coolest people I was hanging with when I was in North Carolina lived in a trailer. Legit. They stayed in the trailer across from me. I was living in a trailer. I lived in a trailer park. Like, I speak from a place of knowledge. I speak from a place of knowing. I don't just get on here and just start running my mouth and talking about shit. Like I speak from a place of knowledge. I lived in a trailer park, legit. Had some of the countryest people living around me, and it was some of the best times of my life. I don't know. I mean, yeah, yeah. I learned about religion and how to just be grateful. Here in the South, definitely did. I learned about religion here in the South. I learned about my connection with God through my actions, through who I am and how I am. I learned all of that down here. Um, and ooh-wee, when I tell you, they need to bring, they need to put God back in school. Like they need to put God back in school or something, because people are out here lawless with no direction. And you remember, if you wasn't afraid of your parents, right? You're not afraid of your mom and your dad, or you don't have a big brother or a big sister that puts any type of fear in you. You know who you was scared to do anything wrong to? God. You was scared to cross God. You was scared. You were just terrified. Whatever God said don't do, you didn't want to do because you didn't know the consequences that would come. Because God's wrath is just as powerful as his mercy. Or at least that's what the Old and New Testament kind of try to say, right? Um, you used to have that borderline respect for someone above you where there are things you're not going to do because simply because they're not supposed to be done. And this is what that person said, so you're not going to do that. That's gone from a lot of people's heart, minds, and souls right now. People feel invincible, like they feel like they are untouchable. And to be held accountable means you have to give somebody, if not yourself, that ability to say you're wrong. Most people don't look at themselves and say, damn, I'm wrong. Or damn, I was wrong for that. That's called being held, holding yourself accountable. Most people don't do that. God warned me in the Bible what would happen if you turned away from him. Trouble. That simple. Plain and simple. Wow. 65 years. Thank you for tuning in. And you know what? I think the reason why I connect with a lot of older people is because those are the people that raised me. I was raised by an older generation, if that makes sense, right? Like when they got to me when I was born in '89, I had a lot of old souls that had a hand in raising me and bringing me up. So a lot of morals, a lot of things that I still believe in come from old ways of being, traditional ways of being. And everyone's like, yeah, no, we're not like our grandfathers and we're not like our grandparents. You should be. That's part of the problem. You should be. You should be. You should just you should just have a better understanding that you suck sometimes and you're not always right. And you can't just be out here burning down the damn country, terrorizing citizens in the street, running up to random people and telling them to say things that you want to hear. You can't do that. Like you cannot do that, bro. People just get your ass whooped. I'm not a believer. That's okay. I'm not one of those people who feel like all of y'all, everybody that's within the sound of my voice, has to be a believer. No, you don't. You don't have to be because I used to not be. You don't have to be. You can believe whatever it is you want to believe. I'll believe for you. Not like, you're not a Christian or a God fearing person. You're gonna go to hell. I'm not that type. I'm not that type. I know Christians that are going straight to hell. Like I'm not that type. And it's not my job to do that. That's not my job. It's not my job to tell you where you going. It's not my job. I'm here to show love, spread love, give love, and just be a representation of his love. That's it. That's it. You, nope, we not trying to get nobody to. I don't want this to be no conversion conversation. Everyone has their right to have separate opinions, especially on religion. I love that we have differences. I love that we have so many different factions of believing in something. I personally I rock with that idea. I really do. I rock with that because I don't need everybody to agree with me, bro. Like, if everybody in your circle agrees with you, something is wrong. Someone is definitely someone, if everybody in your circle agrees with the things that come out of your mouth all the time, somebody's lying to you, bro. I don't need everybody to agree with me. I don't. You gotta have that balance. Light lunch, man. Heavy topics, man. Give you something to think about on a Monday. It is MLK Day. Like it's really kind of how we got here. It's really kind of how the conversation got here, bro. It's the whole it being MLK Day, well, representation of, and the civil unrest that is currently going on. And we keep seeing it in Minnesota. I don't know if this is happening in any other state, but it keeps coming up from Minnesota, which is weird because throughout any other decade in my life, I've never heard this much news about freaking Minnesota. Never. Like, not even when Minnesota might have a hurricane or a flood or a tornado or earthquake. I don't know what goes on in Minnesota because they never talk about it. But now, this has been all I've heard for like the past month. Minnesota this, Minnesota that. What the hell? Damn right. Love and strive for diversity. It fosters growth. I like that. That was a good one. I like that. But this video that I have up, I am gonna watch this. I am gonna watch this because what the hell are these protesters? I was getting ready to call them agitators. What the hell are they doing?
After anti-ICE activists stormed a church in St. Paul over a pastor's alleged ties to ICE, or they thought he had ties to ICE.
Now, this comes as 1,500 soldiers are now on standby, ready to deploy amid growing protest in the state.
Just so uncalled for, the church incident. Matt Finn is live in Minneapolis with the latest. Hey, Matt.
Hi, Ainsley. Those protesters walked into that church service, started screaming chants for Renee Good, who is the woman who was shot by ICE earlier this month, getting into churchgoers' faces, all because they say one of the pastors works for ICE.
How do they know that?
You are a fake pastor. You are a fake Christian.
A fake pastor and a fake Christian?
The demonstration organizer told Don Lemon, a former news anchor who was following the protesters, that it was a clandestine operation meant to disrupt a, quote, key location. One video appears to show a protester inside the church calling the churchgoers comfortable white people and shouting, "You have your nice jewelry. What do you do to stand with your Somali community?" Now,
Yo, what is going on? There's so much divide right now. Um, there's a lot of divide. The older you get, the more you realize that you are here and then you are gone. I didn't realize that as I got older. I realized that as a young kid. I saw a lot of people pass in front of my own eyes as a kid. Like, I've witnessed death more times than I would like to. I've been to more funerals than I would like to. Um, so you're from Minnesota, right, son? Hmm. Almost told me I was younger when you die. If you die with one true friend, you died rich. Okay, I mean, it sounds like you have like some good sayings and whatnot goings on. Um, I can't, I can't, I can't make excuses for shit like this. Excuse my language, but damn, I can't make excuses for shit like this, bro. I can't make excuses for these people, man. I can't. Because you know why I can't? Because when I see video footage, right, and this is going for me and personally how it goes for me, when I see video footage of young black youths doing ignorant shit, and I mean the ghettoest of nonsense and the most deplorable things that they do and say, when I see footage of that, I cannot make excuses for them. I do not say, well, maybe it's the way they grew up or the area they live in is tough. And I don't make zero excuses for them. None. I don't. It's plain as day. I'm watching it. I'm watching the nonsense. This is nonsense. This is what it is. So now that's what it's labeled. That's how I file it. And that's how it goes. This right here, this is nonsense. This is nonsense, bro. They're storming churches. They're storming churches. They're storming churches now. Now they're storming churches. What in the absolute? They're storming churches now. All in the name of
So
protest?
far, we have not seen Minnesota Governor Tim Walz or Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey publicly responding to the St. Paul Church being stormed. The Justice Department has launched a civil rights investigation into the protesters bursting through the doors of the House of Worship.
It carries criminal penalties and violations.
Son, that makes absolutely no sense. You are literally going
Start
into
shooting people.
churches.
The minute you see some thunderous noise coming from the back of of a church, you got to be thinking the worst. And then security, you would think would be in a church.
Yo, you're in church and you start hearing like thunder rolling in through the door. Oh, I know somebody pooped themselves, bro. Somebody, oh no, it's over with.
But they went in the middle of the aisle, started screaming. This is all scripted. This is all planned. Just like they go out of their way to follow you with the apps to make sure to find out what hotels ICE is staying in. Now the hotel's saying, I'm getting so many complaints. I can't have ICE agents here because all the protesters come and my other customers are complaining. So this is what they wanted. They want.
Yo, this is not cool, bro. This is not cool, bro. This is not cool at all. Four blocks from Renee's shooting. Damn. Okay, so Ray, this is directly to you. Hopefully you're listening. How often are there shootings within your area? You say you're 4 blocks away, that's still the same community. How often do y'all have shootings that make it to the news, right? How often are there shootings in Minnesota that make it to the news? Because I would love to hear that. Because this right here is ridiculous.
It created chaos. But tell me how this resonates with most of America.
And what if you're in church
This
with your
isn't going to
children?
go well with
I mean,
most
I would
of
be
America.
panicking right now.
Because
If
most
I'm
people
sitting
in
here, I would hit
America
the floor.
have common
I'd try to get
sense.
out of there with my child. I'd be scared.
But you hit the nail on the head there, Ainsley, and that is you said you would be scared to go to church in St. Paul.
I'm not going a little, bro. A little, man. You're doing as much destruction as the ICE agents are doing, right? Then this is for the people protesting. They are protesting. They are trying to get a point across. You are saying that ICE is here doing damage and ruining things, and now here you are doing the same exact thing and telling them they need to stop first. That's how I see it. That's what I see. That's what I hear. You're doing the same exact shenanigans. You these are people in your neighborhood, bro. These people live here. You live here. You could have crossed this elder woman in the grocery store at any other time, but instead today you cross her in the church because you busted open the doors and you're yelling in her face, telling her that she is a privileged white woman. What? Okay. Local alerts about 3 times a week. I asked that question because never in my life have I heard about a shooting in Minnesota. Never in my life. I've never opened a news app or opened my laptop or my phone, anything, and I've never seen a shooting in Minnesota. Now all of a sudden, Minnesota is a hot spot because one person got shot. So where this is just fake outrage, bro. This is fake outrage. And at this moment, I think people are honestly just taking advantage of the fact that there is mobbing going on. People just want to be a part of something. They don't, and right now, they don't have to be responsible for anything they do, anything they say, nothing. They're just a part of a group who is harassing the town, and that's what we're doing for the day. That's what we're doing today, guys. We're just gonna harass the town. Mm, 7 days ago. Nope. Too much yelling and screaming. What is this?
You don't know the Deep South until you know here, the Arkansas Delta.
Oh, wow.
Despite being known as the deepest part of the Deep South, this strip of land on the west side of the Mississippi River gets none of the attention of its Mississippi counterpart.
It feels very
Welcome to the South, baby. I love the South. A lot of people don't really care for it. A lot of people don't care for the South.
So the DOJ is currently
Slow
investigating.
down here. They think that we don't know much. Uneducated. All these rude, mean things they think. They're not real though. Lefties losing it. This is in Australia.
When it's time for lefties losing it. Yep, a new year, but the same old
Lefties
crazy
losing it.
left with their unlimited supplies of hate, lunacy, and depravity. Let's start in Minneapolis, where the awfuls, that's the affluent white female lefties, are doing all they can to obstruct law enforcement.
Affluent white female lefties. They're calling them awfuls. You learn something new every day. This is why I watched it. This is
It's
why I
time
tuned
for
into new
lefties losing it. Yep, a new
Yeah.
year, but the same old
Wow.
crazy left with their unlimited supplies of hate, lunacy, and depravity. Let's start in Minneapolis, where the awfuls, that's the affluent
Nah,
white
leave the church
female
alone,
lefties,
man.
are doing all they can to obstruct law enforcement.
You want to shoot me in the face? Yo, what is happening? Oh man. Beating drums and chanting.
Doing everything they can to provoke and obstruct, to protect criminals. That's what they're doing. It's an insurrection, and I don't use that word lightly, an insurrection provoked by this sort of reckless rhetoric. Let's hear from the governor of Minnesota, Tampon Tim Walz, who claims ICE agents are hunting and kidnapping innocent people.
He is cold,
ICE agents are going door to door, ordering people
She
to
said
point out
tampon,
where their
Tim?
neighbors of color live. They're pulling over people indiscriminately, including U.S. citizens, and demanding to see their papers.
What is
And
this
at grocery
channel?
stores, at bus stops, even at our schools. They're breaking windows, dragging pregnant women down the street, just plain grabbing
Pregnant
Minnesotans and
women?
shoving them into
I
unmarked
ain't hear
vans.
about that.
Kidnapping innocent people with no warning and no due process.
Just reckless craziness. And here he claims ICE agents are committing atrocities.
And if you see these ICE agents in your neighborhood, take out that phone and hit record. Help us create a database.
That's not good, Tim. You just told these people to go out there and be more of a nuisance. Take out your phone and record. You know everyone's going to listen to that. You're telling these people to do these dumb things. Do you not hear what you're saying?
Of the atrocities against Minnesotans, not just to establish a record for posterity, but to bank evidence for future prosecution.
Really? Really? It's 2026, bro. Like almost every act of any crime is virtually caught on some type of camera. Nothing's gonna happen. Calm down.
Let's look at some of these protesters. They're not just filming, they are obstructing, they are violent, and they are committing crimes. Here they steal a rifle and ammunition from a weapons locker in a federal vehicle.
Look at these savages, bro. This is savage.
Oh, wow.
Savages.
Oh, my God.
Where are the cops? And here is a little more lawlessness from Minneapolis with... Let's get back to the madness in Minneapolis.
Anything like it in the
Bro.
United States since 1861, when the Confederate States seceded. This insurrection is being incited by Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, and Jacob Frey, the mayor of Minneapolis. And it has now spiraled out of control, in part because local police are being held.
You know what, bro? I have seen the good and bad side of cops. On my side, my father's side, my namesake, on our side of the family, we have officers of the law, firefighters, military professionals. Like, I have a respect for law enforcement. I have a respect for anyone who's gone to overseas or any form of the military. Like, I have a level of respect for these people because these people, I've seen them be a part of my family. I've been in situations where people have saved my life and helped me in situations. Like, bro, there's always a few bad apples. There's always a few. There's always a few people within a group who they don't have the the love of the game, right? They're not there for the love of it. They're there for other reasons. And those reasons start to show when things like this start to happen. Um Now that's as far as, this organization goes. These protesters, there's no love in this. There's none. There's no love. They out for blood. They want to see people get hurt. They want to see if you have a vest on and it says ICE, they want to see you hurt. That's it. They don't care. They don't care how it happens. They don't care what happens. They just want to see it. Now, they might not want to be the one to do it, but they'll edge it on as much as they can. They'll try to help it along as much as they can. This shit is crazy, bro. You know, that George Floyd case is always crazy. Cop involved shootings are never good. I grew up in the stop and frisk era in New York. Um, y'all remember Sean Bell? Like, no one even remembers Sean Bell. That man got shot 50 times. 50 times before his wedding. Sean Bell. Nobody remember that. Like, these type of situations between law enforcement and civilians is not new. Some people want to blame law enforcement, some people want to blame the civilians. These are individuals at the end of the day. And if you can't see that there's a line to not be crossed when it comes to taking someone's life, I don't know what to say for you, but I feel as though you need to pay some way, somehow, whether your time is taken. Some people feel as though, death penalty in this situation is needed. I don't think you learned a lesson. I think you should sit in jail until that's it. That's it. That's all you do. You sit here, you waste away behind these walls. No one remembers you. Everyone forgets who you are. And you end up passing away. I think that's the fair way to go when it comes to people who they don't have that moral line. Period. Now, because you dress up, you might dress up as a protester and not have that moral line, or you might dress up as a agency officer and not have that moral line? Should you still pay the same price? Yes. Yes. I believe so. I believe so. You shouldn't get away with something just because you have a different coat on. You shouldn't get away with something just because you're wearing a different label. And these people are getting away with these things, and I don't know why.
Held back and
On
are
both
not
sides.
maintaining order. Invading a church on a Sunday morning, it's an absolute outrage. These so called protesters are, at a minimum, trespassing. And
At
if
a
they each
minimum.
spent a week in the county jail, these disruptions would stop immediately. But that isn't happening. And the protests keep getting more and more disruptive. The Democrats are at war against the Trump administration. And that's the basic reality. Anything the administration tries to do, the Democrats resist with all their might. And these liberals do not want federal immigration law to be enforced. And it's terrible, Rita, because these ICE agents are picking up murderers, multiple murderers, child rapists, criminals of all sorts. And of course, they're all illegal aliens to boot, which is a crime in itself. And the Democrats simply don't want these laws to be enforced. And this is their way of making war on the Trump administration.
John, you talked about some of these violent.
This is outrageous, bro. This is outrageous. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to that just so I can see what's happening later. What?
Former CNN anchor Don Lemon has been warned by the Justice Department over allegations he joined a swarm of anti-ICE protesters who burst into a Minnesota church in the middle of Sunday service
Don Lemon, you in
and
trouble.
accused a pastor of working with ICE. Lemon, who has been documenting the increasingly violent protests following the shooting of Renee Nicole Good, live-streamed himself alongside demonstrators with the Racial Justice Network, storming into the
Okay.
city's church.
You know what? Thank you for that, Ray. Thank you for that little bit of information because it does not seem that way on the news. Okay. I got to let you know that. It seems like every day there's protesting and rioting and something's going on every single day. That's what it seems like when I look at the news. So knowing that this isn't
In
happening every
St.
day
Paul,
is,
Minnesota, as they called
it's a
out
good thing.
resident pastor David Eastwood, whom they accused of
David Lemon is just a news reporter. I don't really see how they're going to try to get that to stick. They probably don't like him for some things he said previously, but we've all made comments about things and we may have been uneducated in the moment. So when you speak in the future on something, hopefully you remember that you've learned and grown and you don't make the same type of uneducated comments. Where did people get this weird notion from that everyone has to agree with them? Right? You're one individual. You think everybody around you has to agree with you, and then multiply that those people that are around you, multiply that by the freaking state, not the world, just the state. You can do your town. Multiply it by the town you live in, right? All the people in your town have to agree with you. Is that really what you want? Like, is that really what you want? You really want people like that? You want everyone to think and be how you are? Because if that's not what you want, why are they doing what they're doing? Like, if you don't want everyone to see things the way you see things, why is this what you're doing then? I'm trying to rationalize this for myself to make it make sense to me. Because people make the dumbest decisions sometimes. They do the dumbest things, but for what? And it all seems real selfish. It's about me, me, me. It's about I. There's no we in anything anymore. Yeah, man, this is It's not a good time, bro. Not a good time. Not you called the police on the strippers. You know, we're not gonna end on that note. We are not gonna end on a note with strippers. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I've had my run. I had a fair time out here in the streets of Atlanta, which is known for strip clubs, and they are great. I'll say that strip clubs out here are great. What? You know, I don't even know what my son be looking up. I come on here sometimes and it's just random stuff being searched up. Oh, I think that's it for the lunch break, bro. We're gonna wrap this up. My tooth isn't hurting as bad, but I think that the ibuprofen finally kicked in. Now I gotta go eat because I don't think I was supposed to take that on an empty stomach. So now I gotta go eat. So yeah, man. In remembrance of Martin Luther King and all of that, don't burn down your town. Plain and simple, don't burn down your town. To the people who live out there, Ray, you say you stay out there. Please stay safe. It's that type of situation. Like I don't even know you for real, but I want you to be safe. Like just don't be out here doing anything crazy and unnecessary. Stay safe. Show love to your loved ones, and we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we got a little something better for you, but you're gonna have to come to find out. Peace.